Hey everyone, today we'll be looking at the Worthycs Fidget Spinner. If you'd like to get one of these and you're watching on YouTube, there will be a link in the description down below for you to check it out. First, let's go over the actual packaging of this. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the other spinners, like plastic spinners like this, that have a white package with like these little gray and black what do you call them, little squares on there. It's a very generic packaging that a lot of them have, even though they're different brands, they all have the same packaging. It's really nice to see that this company has taken the time to physically create their own packaging with this. It looks very professional. It's just a cardboard box, but I mean, it has their branding on there. It has a picture of the item, tells you what it is. On the side here, you have their contact information, which is always really nice if you have any problems. You have their website where you can check them out, and you can see that they're on social media: Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. And of course, then they got their little made in China down below. Then on the back, you've got some other just information about the tri-spinner. It's created to keep you laser focused, will help you get rid of distractions, stay mentally and emotionally stable. And then the side, it's got that, and then there's the bottom. Again, says made in China and has just a barcode. So anyway, my point is that it's really nice to actually see a custom type packaging for this spinner. So once you get the spinner, you're going to open it up and you will be greeted with a couple of things. First thing you get is it's blank on this side, but it has some information on the back here. You can pause and read this if you want. He will give you a PDF of some breathing exercises and stuff you can do to stay calm. I did read that. It's actually pretty good. So there's how you get that, and you'll get that with your spinner. And then, of course, you also get inside a hard case with their Worthycs logo on there. And it is a hard case. It is pretty durable feeling. I've had cases like this for like headphones and stuff. So if you need to throw this in a bag, like you're traveling or you're going to school or something, you want to throw it in the bag and it not get messed up, this is wonderful. You can use it for other spinners if you want to, but it comes with this one. And I actually really do like it. And for anybody out there that cares, there is no weird chemical smell associated with this case. I know a lot of lower end cases have a really terrible smell, like one I got for my Nintendo not too long ago. Terrible. But this one does not have that. So once you open it up here, you'll be greeted with your spinner. So we're going to put this aside. We don't need that anymore. So let's have a look at the physical spinner itself. As you can see, it has a black and orange theme to it. The body is made from an ultra durable ABS plastic and is not 3D printed. Just take a look at this. There are no indentations. There are no seams around the outside. Some other plastic ones I've seen have like little circles here showing seams from being made. The only seam you have is around the outside. And it's, I don't know if you can see it because it's black, but there is a seam that goes around the outside. It's very small though. You cannot really feel it. You can feel it a little, but not really. So unless you're really looking at the side of this, you're not going to see any seams, which I think is really sleek. Oh, sorry, I am a little bit sick, so if you guys hear sniffling, I apologize. Alright, so let's move on to the next part. I want to show you guys how much this thing weighs for anybody who cares about that stuff. So let me just grab my scale over here. Got my little scale, and we'll see how much this thing weighs. $49.3 grams. So that's about how much that one weighs there. Just pretty good. It's a pretty good weight. About 48 grams is what I normally like so far in the spinners that I've tested. So it's pretty good. It's just a little tiny bit heavier than the one I other spinner that I usually use. All right, so the caps on this thing are, as you can see, a concave cap. So you can see there. So your finger does fit down in it. It does make balancing and doing tricks a little bit easier than, say, like a flat one does. It does have their Worthycs logo printed on here. It's very nice. Each of the outside bearings are an orange and black 608 RS ABEX 7 steel bearing. I'm assuming it's full steel, so no like stainless steel or anything like that. I think it's just the regular steel bearing, so which means that it's probably susceptible to some rust. But for an outside bearing, that's not a huge deal, just because it's not going to affect anything. I mean, the worst place you're going to get the rust is going to be inside, and it's covered by the orange, so you won't see it. You don't have to use these to spin, so that's not a huge deal to me. They are actually just used for counterweights. Like I said, they're not used for spinning. But the center bearing, on the other hand, is an SI3 and 4 ceramic hybrid bearing. Apparently, according to the company, it is crafted using low friction technology. So let's see if I can just pop this off for you real quick, so I can just like show you what the bearing kind of looks like, and you guys can see how hard or easy it is to take off the caps. They'll come off nice and slow and sort of even just by pulling with your fingernails, but then at the end like that, it falls to the ground. But this is the inside bearing. It does have the black ceramic balls in here, which I seem to be seeing a little bit more than the white ones, but that's okay, because either way, they're about the same thing, and I personally really like them. So, sorry for that. I had to pick up the cap from the floor. So I'm going to put these back on the spinner, and I'm going to let you guys hear what it sounds like. So I'm going to put my mic down next to it, so that way you all can hear it very well, and also keep in mind that you will be very close to it. Farther away, it sounds a lot less. Okay, I did a really fast one, so like that would be the loudest, and then I just did some regular flicks like what I would do if I was just fidgeting with this. That way you guys can hear kind of what that's going to sound like too. But again, just realize that that's right next to it. That's not, an arm's length away like it normally will be. You take this to class, the kid next to you probably will hear it, or if you're in a meeting, the person next to you will probably hear it. It's not terrible, but it is something that they'd be like, what is that? And probably look. So I would probably use this one somewhere where you don't have to be quiet, or you just need one to do some tricks on or whatever. Like, I don't think that I would be taking this one to a meeting or anything like that. So the last thing that I want to do for you guys real quick is the speed test on this. So I'm going to stop the video for just a second, and you're going to see a cut in the video, and I'm going to get my iPad and we're going to get started. All right, I got my iPad, and now we're going to get started with this speed test. So we'll go ahead and hit the start button, and then we'll give it a nice spin. So it's about a minute and 24 seconds is what I get on this one. That's sort of low end average for these types of spinners. So I mean, you're going to get a decent spin time off of this. It's not going to be 5 minutes, 7 minutes. It's not going to be anything like that. But if you're using this for fidgeting or some light tricks or whatever, this is probably good. And for its price range, it's a great value because of, you know, the fact that you get the case, you do get the spinner, which is a high quality spinner. It feels good. The ceramic bearing in there is pretty good. And I mean, overall, I think it's worth it. I think for its class of spinner, it is a wonderful spinner and a wonderful choice. So I just want to thank everyone for watching this video. If it helped you in any way, please consider giving me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.